12s, get ready, because what's happening in Seattle right now could completely change the course of this season. The offense looks different, the defense is shifting, and the locker room, it's heating up fast. And as if that wasn't enough, reinforcements are coming in and a major rumor just hit the door, and trust me, it's keeping people up at night inside the building. But here's the real question, will all these changes keep the team rolling, or could they throw everything off balance? Stick with me till the end, because what I'm about to tell you might explain the future of the Seahawks. And before we start, help out the channel, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss a thing. Alright then, let's get into it, and the first update of the day hits right in the trenches. We need to talk about something that strikes right at the heart of anyone who really understands football, the offensive line. The truth is, continuity is everything for an OL to perform well, and the Seahawks are going to feel this absence for a few weeks. Starting center Jalen Sundle suffered a knee injury in the first half against the Cardinals and will be sidelined. That's a big blow because Sundle has been one of the cornerstones of this unit. He won the preseason battle over Olu Oluwatimi, started all 9 games this year, and anchored one of the best pass protection units in the entire NFL. To put it in perspective, Sam Darnold has only been sacked 10 times so far, the second lowest number among quarterbacks with at least 200 pass attempts. That tells you how solid this line's been. But interestingly, even with that injury, it's not panic mode in Seattle. That's because Olu, who's taking over as starter, has already proven he can handle the job. He started 8 games last year and brings a different style, more physical, more grounded, a pure run-blocking type of center. And that might actually be the opportunity Seattle needed. The ground game has been a weak spot so far, averaging just 3.8 yards per carry, one of the lowest marks in the league. But after Olu stepped in against the Cardinals, everything changed. The team ran for 198 total yards, with 121 of those coming in the second half on 24 carries. That's a clear turnaround, showing that maybe his style fits better with the type of offense Clint Kubiak has been calling. Head coach Mike Macdonald even praised Olu after the game. He said Olu was a catalyst, stayed ready for his moment, and led a bunch of those key runs. And the most impressive thing is, after a shaky start with a snap infraction and a fumbled exchange with Darnold, he settled down and showed real confidence. Sundle's the more athletic one, capable of getting to the second level and even playing guard, but Olu brings that raw power that opens lanes up the middle. Macdonald made it clear, both guys are talented, but what matters most is that the team doesn't lose quality. And honestly, they might even gain some balance in the run game, exactly what this offense was missing to become complete. The only real concern now is the right side of the line, where Anthony Bradford's been struggling. Don't be surprised if, once Sundle's healthy, the team experiments with a new combo featuring both players. Sundle's versatility could allow some creative adjustments, and Seattle needs to take advantage of that to keep the offensive momentum going. And if changes on the O-line weren't enough, there might be a major shakeup coming behind the play calling too. Because this week's rumor is a big one, offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak could lead the team at the end of the season to become a head coach elsewhere. Yeah, 12s, you heard that right. The guy who turned the Seahawks offense into one of the most explosive units in the league is now considered one of the hottest names in the upcoming NFL coaching cycle. And honestly, it makes perfect sense. In his first year in Seattle, Kubiak took an offense full of questions, with a new quarterback, and turned it into a juggernaut. The team's averaging 30.6 points per game, third best in the NFL and the best mark in franchise history. Last year, they ranked 17th. That leap is insane. But it's not just about the numbers, it's about how this offense plays. It's versatile, creative, and unpredictable. Darnold, a player most people had already written off, is now playing the best football of his career. Kubiak's system has maximized the receiving weapons, JSN has finally become a key piece, and Cooper Kupp's being used in much smarter route concepts. Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet are splitting carries efficiently, and pass protection has improved dramatically. All of that has Kubiak's fingerprints all over it. And when a coordinator starts having that kind of impact, the rest of the league takes notice. We've seen this story before. The 2022 Eagles lost both coordinators, the 2024 Lions too. Success in the NFL always comes with a price. This week, the rumor picked up steam after the New York Giants fired Brian Daboll, and Kubiak's name immediately popped up among the top candidates. Reporter Corey Woodruff even listed him as a favorite, pointing out how he revived Darnold's career and how his offensive vision could mesh perfectly with young talents like Jackson Dart and Malik Nabers in New York. Truth is, Kubiak fits the modern NFL profile: young, innovative, offensive-minded. But for Seattle, that's a potential problem. His success is so big it's almost impossible he'll go unnoticed. The last time this franchise faced something similar was when Dan Quinn left to coach the Falcons, and the impact was felt right away. Now the challenge is twofold: stay focused on this season while quietly planning for the possibility of Kubiak's departure. Mike Macdonald's a smart coach and might already be thinking ahead, maybe grooming someone within the current staff to keep the same offensive philosophy alive. But let's be real, losing the brain behind a record-breaking offense is never easy. And to wrap up today's video, let's talk about some behind-the-scenes moves. With 2 open spots on the practice squad, the Seahawks added a pair of rookies to strengthen the defensive depth: quarterback Mike Reed and nose tackle Wykevious Bubba Thomas. Not big names, but both fit perfectly into Macdonald's philosophy. Reed came out of South Dakota, spent some time with the Panthers practice squad, and stands out for his footwork and quick reads on short routes. Thomas is the kind of guy fans might remember from training camp. He was with the team during preseason, got cut in the final wave, and now he's back. And that timing is no coincidence. Veteran Jarran Reed was placed on injured reserve, and the team needed someone already familiar with the system. These moves show how locked in the front office is. Even with the team playing great football, injuries have hit the defense, especially up front and in the secondary. Josh Jobs still recovering from a concussion, and depending on his progress, Reed could be called up soon. Don't overlook these under-the-radar signings. They're exactly the kind of moves that keep a season alive when things get tight. Bubba Thomas might not light up the stat sheet, but he does the dirty work inside, freeing up the linebackers. And that's going to be crucial now, because the next game is flat out the biggest of the year so far: Seahawks versus Rams, for the NFC West lead. A physical, intense rivalry, just the way Seattle likes it. These behind-the-scenes additions might not grab headlines like a blockbuster signing, but they're essential for keeping the team competitive. What's really interesting is seeing how Macdonald and John Schneider are working in sync, always thinking 2 steps ahead. They've realized this roster needs depth, and they're moving quickly to make sure they have it. The focus is clear, and the team seems locked in. The mindset is simple: next man up. And right now, Olu, Kubiak, and these young defenders are living proof of that. In short, what we're seeing is a mature, balanced, and ambitious Seattle Seahawks team. Even with injuries and potential departures, the group keeps showing resilience and adaptability. Losing Sundle for a bit might actually open up a stronger running identity. Kubiak's brilliance proves the offensive project is real, putting Seattle right back among the league's most respected franchises. And those defensive reinforcements? They're a reminder that the little details win you games in a long, unpredictable season. It's the kind of moment that reveals a team's true character, and the Seahawks are stepping up. But now I want to hear from you, 12s. Do you think this team's really on the right path with all these changes, or could the spark start fading sooner than we expect? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from the real 12s out there. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss an update. Because at the end of the day, The noise of this fan base is what fuels Seattle. Go Hawks!